So this is the day after Hurricane Ian. I don't know if you can hear anything I'm saying. I know nobody's in here yet, but I couldn't fly home and make it to the YouTube Jamboree in Hiawassee, but no reason I couldn't fly home apparently, because everything's mostly business as usual around here. So I'm just gonna hang out here for a minute, see if anybody drops by, take a walk on the beach. Oh, we have a couple of visitors. Yep, this is the day after Hurricane Ian. It's pretty bad last night. We are right in Myrtle Beach at the Ferris wheel and everything. Apparently this pier wasn't damaged. I know there was a couple of piers that got took out here. So this is right at the boardwalk. We're like 3 or 4 miles from the airport. I've been staying mostly in North Myrtle Beach. That's where I was yesterday during the hurricane for work. Wind was blowing pretty hard when I went to work yesterday at 5 o'clock, and then it settled down pretty quick after that. Probably quite a bit of stuff washed up on shore last night. But not a bad day all in all. I just wish I could have made my flight today to go home. I was really wanting to get to the meetup there in Hiawassee. I don't do lives very much, so I don't even know who's on this thing. My phone's fighting with me. Yeah, Florida got hit a lot harder than we did. I have some videos of my Instagram when I went to work yesterday. The wind blowing around. Saw one tree that came down. I didn't really realize in the hotel how bad the wind was blowing until I got out and went to work. I got out of the car and it was quite a bit of resistance just to try to walk. What we got here? A little shell. Yeah, I bet there's all kinds of stuff out here yesterday, but I'm sure somebody's out here picking at it early this morning. Hopefully I'm going to get home tomorrow. I have a flight that I rescheduled. Going to DC. That was actually the only option that I had for rescheduling tomorrow. If that doesn't work, because I think there's still going to be quite a bit of rain there. If that didn't work, I guess I'm going to be stuck here. But, you know, tomorrow's my birthday and my anniversary's next week. I think my wife is wanting me to come home, so I'm a-trying. We were actually supposed to stay at the at Hiawassee, Georgia, at the meetup there for about a week because my daughter's out of school. But my new work schedule didn't really mesh with it, so I had planned on going for, you know, getting there this afternoon, arriving late. A lot of people's leaving tomorrow. I think I am going to drive down there on Monday because a couple of people are being stragglers there. Said they'd still be there. It's about 2 hours from my house. So as long as I get home tomorrow evening like I'm planning, I think that's my plan for now. It's about 79 degrees. when I got out of the car a while ago. All in all, you would never tell that there was a hurricane drive through here yesterday, here in this particular area, anywhere I've drove today actually. Over in North Myrtle Beach, there was a lot of debris left, like on the side of the road, just small limbs and stuff, but no significant damage of anything that I've seen. Like I say, they've had a few piers that got messed up here, but this one appears to have survived. Saw some people fishing up there. All in all, I'm just kind of wasting a little time. Thought I'd go live and share with people what it was like today. I'm going to try to catch old Captain Jack Scrapper at 6 o'clock because apparently I was his featured channel today. But I slept in late because I didn't have anywhere to go. And I got off work at 2 o'clock this morning. So I slept till about 12:30. And that seemed mighty fine. Indian Boundary. I need to get back up that way. It's a pretty nice place. I like that those boondocking places we went to a little bit better. But only thing with it, you never know how many people's going to be back in there when you drag back in there. Down there in Citico Creek. Yeah, I'm probably going to get off here in a minute, but I don't really do live streams. You guys know that. I've got a face for radio though. They say that, I didn't see that last comment, Brian, but they said that everything I saw on the posts and stuff say that it's real hard to get a reservation there right now. Apparently they changed their reservation system in the last year or so. Yeah, we need to get together. I'm planning my stuff for next year right now. I think, well, you saw in May we're going to plan on going out to South Dakota. I'm also planning on going, I think we're going to try to go to Mistletoe State Park in Georgia the week Lola's on spring break next year. And then I have also been looking at this New Year's. We're going to New Orleans with the camper for New Year's. Next year, we like to do those beachy vacations then. Next year, I think we're going to go boondocking in Texas on the east coast of Texas there. A place called Magnolia Beach. It looks real nice. If you not check that out, check it out, see if you can make it happen with us. But it's like a 12-hour drive, so it's not exactly close by. It's closer by than South Dakota though. Hey, New Horizons. Glad you could join us. I was watching your video yesterday about all the trees and stuff down in the campground. Not a whole lot of damage here. Florida all winter. That don't sound like a bad plan. I can't remember, well, I know you guys moved around a little bit here lately. I don't know where you're at now, but we are one of the places that I'm credentialed that works in Tampa, so I'll probably get down there sometime at Tampa General Hospital. But I kind of travel around. I'll be in Kentucky some, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida right now. Some of actually our work area goes from just south of DC to the Keys and then all the way around to New Orleans. We got one facility, or not New Orleans, but Louisiana. We got one facility in Louisiana. But they only have me, I only have those 5 or 6 state licenses there. But I may have to get some more. Here's the Ferris wheel. Went to the aquarium a while ago, did some touristy stuff. Just trying to waste some time today to get back home. Although I have to admit, this isn't a horrible way to waste some time. Some seagulls here. It's actually a little bit chilly right here. Wind blowing. It was getting chilly in Michigan last week when we left. That was fun. You know, we drove, I think it ended up being about 13 hours from the Midland area, Merrill, there at the Lake of Dreams campground for the M22, all the way down to Tennessee so I could get the camper and the wifey home so I could catch my flight on Monday and be out here. Wasn't my plan, but I'd made all those plans before I got the new job and they just didn't mesh out the best. I'm hoping that, and I'm planning for next year's stuff. I'm hoping that I can work that out a little better because I am guaranteed 8 days a month where I can say that I'm not available to work. So if I do weekend trips, I can do like 2 4-day stretches there and say I'm unavailable. But I have noticed that whenever I use those unavailability dates, 90% of the time I'm working the day before or the day after. This month my schedule's kind of messed up. I like to work like 6 12-hour days in a row a couple of times a month. But this time they got me, well, yesterday finished up September and then I was only working 3 or 4 days then. And now for October I'm working like a 3-day stretch and 2 4-day stretches. So that puts me on an airplane 2 more days a month than I prefer. But they say that what's going on is where you actually have supposed to have a choice, a preference. They're supposed to, you know, go by that for the most part, but sometimes it doesn't work out. I'm not going to whine like a baby if I gotta get on an airplane 2 more days a month. Good old t-shirts. Yeah, I think my friend that's got the YouTube channel at Shelburne RV, where he's the RV tech in town that I work with, he recently bought, I never heard of this but until he got one, but it's a direct to shirt printer, so he can print out a t-shirt right on the t-shirt, and I thought that was kind of witchcraft. It does have a little bit better look to the shirt than the vinyl. I think I'm going to have him run me a run next time I want some. I don't know how much it's going to cost though. I'm kind of cheap though. I have a hard time paying for somebody to do something whenever I could technically do it. But it does look better. And it's a lot of work for something that I'm not really selling. I usually give them away. He's gonna make me some stickers too. So I hadn't had any stickers in a couple of years, except for a couple of stragglers that I found. What we got here? Oh, it's a bottle. I thought it was a fish. I thought it was a fish skeleton or something, the way it had sand in it. Call me V in the house. I bet it don't look like this in Canada. It's probably getting a little chilly. It's getting chilly when we left Michigan. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, I wish I had my pullover, because I usually leave that stuff in the camper. Apparently it wasn't in there. At least it's not snowing yet. At least I don't think it's snowing yet. Wouldn't think so. I don't know about up that way. I know in Michigan it's usually still fairly decent most of October. Thin Blue Lane RV Life. Thanks for coming in. I can't believe this many people stuck in here this long. I'm not really that interesting. It must be the beach view. But as long as there's a few people in here, I guess I'll keep walking, because it does my fat booty some good. At least I'm not making you look at my face. Yeah, I'm glad, for the most part, everybody that I know seems to come out okay on this. But I know Florida got hit really bad, parts of it, especially there around Fort Myers. I'm kind of surprised y'all act like you can hear me okay. I'm kind of surprised, because every time I try to make a FaceTime or something from the beach, everybody's always, I can't hear you. The camera's probably bouncing around a little bit from my gimpy legs. But I ain't gonna complain about the gimpy legs, because Mama said they'd take me anywhere, right? Ha ha ha. When I got the Osmo, I thought it would help a lot with that whenever I wanted to walk and film. But you can still see the bounce. I think this iPhone 13 Pro Max seems to do fairly decent. A lot more stabilization just when I'm holding the camera and standing, because I don't have the best balance, but I don't think it does so well when I'm walking. Okay, move over a little bit. I'm getting my shorts wet. That wasn't a handicap joke. That was an ocean joke. Ha ha ha. I know, I'm not the best comedian. But I can sarcasm like nobody. On the way over here, I had a guy behind me. The light turned green for about 2.5 seconds. He started honking his horn at me. I thought I was gonna have a little fit of road rage there for a second. But nah, usually gets me like to yell a few words, but y'all know I'm mostly, it takes a lot to make me mad. Stupid drivers seem to do it pretty easy though. So we're still walking over here on the boardwalk. I noticed last time I came over here they had like a bunch of like volleyball courts and stuff up there. I think that you guys see volleyball flying around. Never saw a setup quite that big before. And they got a lot of like, you know, stores and stuff out here with the boardwalk. I think about everybody's here's been to Myrtle Beach, so You probably know all that, but I feel like if I'm holding this camera and walking around, I need to be talking. Yeah, that's a little bit of a drive for you. We didn't get our passports, so we can go back to Canada. I hadn't been to Canada since you've had to require a passport. Used to go all the time because my uncle that lived in Traverse City, Michigan, he had a cabin in Ontario. We used to go up and go fishing a lot when I was little. I think the last time I went, I was probably about 17. I guess I was 15 because I don't think I could legally drive yet. I went with my brother. I remember I was crammed in the back seat of a little Oldsmobile that he had packed to the gills, but I wasn't going to pass up a chance for a trip. Yeah, I don't even know where this cabin was. I mean, I know it was in Ontario. And it was another like 8-hour drive from Traverse City, so it's up there a little bit. I remember the lake was called Hammer Lake, but I'm sure that doesn't mean anything to anybody because it was like out in the middle of nowhere. But apparently going out in the middle of nowhere is kind of fun. I like to do it still. I remember when they was building that cabin, they had to take everything across the lake on a John boat. Took most of the supplies up from the U.S. Alright, so I'm going to turn around here, but guys, thanks for joining me on my little afternoon exercise. I think I'm going to get off here. I'm going to try to catch the scrapper, old Captain Jack Scrapper. He said something about I was a featured channel today. Somebody told me I was on there earlier. He said I'd probably be at 12 and 6, so I'm going to try to catch him at 6. But I'll see you guys later.